I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. People like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. The rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. All the rich men, all the rich men. Wish politicians look out for miners, not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to. For people like me, people like you, wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause the rich men, north of rich men. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
Howdy. Okay, so everybody notice a difference. I'm basically modding my OGs. So if you're not modded yet and you're an OG, don't freak out. You will be, but for some reason, some of them wouldn't mod. I'm not sure why. This is the first time I've ever even tried to mod. It took me a while to find out where the fuck they were at. So, so be prepared. You OGs will probably be modded. Now, in saying that, and I'm not trying to be some fucking control freak, but you can't chase off my subs because I don't have that many as it is. So be nice. And if you don't want to be a mod, let me know. I can always unmod you because I myself, on some channels, I guess it's okay to be a mod because you really don't have to watch yourself. They let you do anything. But some channels, I can't be naughty and I want to be naughty. So sometimes it doesn't work out for me. So anyway, like I said, if you don't see yourself modded and you're an OG and you OGs know who you are, I'm not going to, go into detail. We already know who's been here from the beginning. So Anyway, I'm so glad to see everybody. Um, that song, before I tell everybody hi, I don't know if everybody is, I mean, if you're on YouTube a bunch, you've probably already seen it, but there were a few of the words that I couldn't make out, and I wanted to know what he was saying. And one of them was where he talks about the obese on welfare. And what he says is, I don't want my taxes to go to paying for their surgeries from them eating fudge rounds or something to that effect. So I had to look it up because I wasn't quite sure what the hell he said, but I really, really like the song. It means a lot. And it's definitely, somebody said the working man's anthem or something like that. So what the fuck is an OG? Original. Sorry, Wasp. You're definitely one. So, as soon as I figure out you were one that I tried to put your name in, flat chested female too, and it wouldn't. And also, I don't know. I think, oh, now I know why Tony's didn't, because I spelled out black and he couldn't. I guess he doesn't know how to spell black. So he just put BLK. So, Tony, we'll work with you. I got some hooked on phonic books. We'll get rolling. Anyway, I have to give him shit for start out with. Anyway, so y'all, I don't know if you noticed, but I did see one brand new in here. Lays and Blaze, and I thank you so much for coming, or at least smiling a lot and being here. And you're going to see, I think, a few new peeps. I want to do a shout out to Lincoln Kane. His channel is LC, and he had quite the sub numbers before, and then they shut his channel down, and so now he's had to start from scratch, and we all know that's not an easy task to get your name out there and to get people watching you. But he is probably the most generous person I have ever seen on YouTube. And I just have to tell you that I've never seen anybody be so generous to people that he doesn't know personally. But let me tell you, he's probably one of the most generous people I've ever seen on YouTube. And when they say that Aussie people are pricks, maybe they are, but I don't think they're no more pricks than Americans. But I never come across an American doing what LC does for other people. And I don't mean in like just channel. I mean, like, he's got like huge heart with animals, and he's got, I mean, and his girlfriend, Shani, she's just a sweetheart. Really cool people. So I'm super glad that they let me into their little live stream, and I got to visit with him last night for quite a while. You can go to his channel and check it out. It's just LC. And he is a Wasp. You will truly love him, because he's like a no beat around the bush type of person. So he can be, he sugarcoats nothing. So he's probably, I don't know if he's more abrasive than I am, but he can be abrasive in the sense of he will tell you straight up how shit is. And, if it hurts your feelings in the process, well, you'll be all right. So And that's what I really, really like about him. He he just calls it like it is. So, anyways, I think I just seen him scroll through here, and I appreciate that you came and said, "Hey, Elsie, not like you don't have 50 million things to do," and which is something else. Dude is super, super busy. Um, and yes, please post his channel in the chat if you would, Sugar Britches. I would appreciate that immensely. So now you know why y'all are in there, because I probably learned a lot from Elsie just in a really short time last night, because he was definitely on. Actually, I think no, that is his. Um, but I noticed that because the chat gets to going, and he's got triple the people that I do in chat, and to read it is to read all the chats is sometimes hard, and then to also be posting links and that sort of thing. So definitely please check him out. Like I said, super neat guy, and he's got a lot of neat people over there. Now, I'll tell you that he does not censor his people. Now, if he gets sick of their shit, they'll go to the backstage, but he's not necessarily a censoring type of person. So he lets everybody come be themselves. But if you get out of hand, your ass is out. So he probably lets a lot more shit go than than I would. And Fly Crew, you will get a wrench. So don't worry, you ain't getting out of it. So anyways, yes, welcome Elsie. You're awesome. And welcome everybody that's here. I always kind of go through the chat and try to say hey to everybody that's come in to begin with. And I do try to say hi to everybody as they show up. And the first person here always gets the booby prize, which someday it may transfer into a t-shirt. Who knows? Later down the road, we don't know. But we're all big dreamers here. So Kai, she won the booby prize tonight, and I'm pretty sure she has like a set or two of them. So I gotta stop looking at the chat over there, or I'm gonna keep trying to say hey to everybody that's coming in. So let me stick to my focus, Julie. Focus, no squirrels. Amanda, howdy, ma'am. And flat-chested female. Again, I tried to make you a mod, but I had a hell of a time. And Mandy, you as well. I don't think I got yours mastered in there either. Or Wasp. So, or Fly Crew. So, or Tony. So there's a few of you. Anyways, let me start scrolling. So, flat-chested female and Wasp and Lays and Blaze, welcome. You are new, and I'm so glad you're here. I hope you enjoy what we got rolling. It changes from day to day. Or from week to week. I'm not a consistent person on the stories. I am consistent about every Tuesday at 5:00. So sometimes I'll show up a little early or maybe a minute late, but for the most part, it's every Tuesday. So welcome. And Sugar Britches, welcome, darling. And who else? Bobby B. Bacalino. And Damon, how are ya? And who else? Who am I? Sherry, I see you have just been busy as a beaver. I swear, girl, you're living my dreams. Except you leave the country too much. Well, you're in another country. But anyways, you know what I mean. I see you were camping. That looked like tons of fun. And who else? Joe. Welcome. That did sound kind of like Upchurch, huh? Nope. Oliver. What did I say his name was? Oliver. I'll look. It's Oliver something. I just freaking wrote it down. Oliver Anthony. And the song is called Rich Men. Rich Men North of Richmond. And man, do I love it. I figured Fly would like it too. Well, I figured a lot of people would, but howdy, Justine. How are ya? And Arby. And Miss Ann. And Mishka. Yours was another one I looked for and it wouldn't pop up. And I will definitely be looking at yours. Oh, what am I missing? Tony. Black Sheepdog Tony. No, BLK Sheepdog Tony. And Mick. How are ya? And Nobody. How you doing? LC. And William. So glad you showed up. Thanks so much. And who else am I missing? Fly Crew? Where'd my chat go? Get your ass back here. Illiterate, howdy. Thank you for coming. Welcome, welcome. Or if you're not coming, at least you're smiling a lot. Who blocked you? Nobody blocked you, Fly. And Miss Shaz, how are you? I think we missed you last week. Did we miss you last week? And oh, who you want to bite you, Fly? Let me know if you're needing some assistance or something. Do we need to get one of the boys off the boat? One of the lady boys off the boat? Am I missing anybody? Sorry, I know. No silence. Too bad I got lots of silence. Wesley, how are ya? Who are we going to make cry today, guys? Oh, fuck. Tony, what did I just fucking say? What part of be nice don't you get? Who's censoring you? Nobody's fucking censoring you, Fly. Okay, help me out. Like, can you, like, this girl bizzin' the his and dough. This girl bizzin' the his and dough. Fuck. Dude, I can't translate that. I don't know how to. I figured you had been, Fly. I figured you'd been listening to it. So anyways, let me drop the link and we will get started chit-chatting about all this shit and whatever else you guys want to chit-chat about. I figure I didn't check my StreamYard before I started, But I probably better keep it to 2 hours because I have one more week and I think I've used up a bunch of the hours. Fire who? Take who's wrench. Okay, and so tonight, I don't know, maybe during the live I'll make some of you guys wrenches, but I might just do it after the live so I'm not wasting time you guys watching me sit here and look stupid. So again, I squirreled and didn't do the invite. I'm doing it right now, I swear. And it's pinned. Who's coming? Who's coming first? Who's coming first? Bobby B as a mod. That's like telling me to be quiet at a rock and roll show. I know, dude. It'll be fine. But Bobby, you have to fucking be nice. You can't get like pissed off at some dude that fucking irritates you because he calls me a bitch or something. I mean, you have to maintain. You're like me, so I'm worried. Illiterate don't fear ghosts. Good. David, you just came. Oh, good. Did you smile through it or? LSB is threatening to beat you with the wrench. Tony, there's no doubt in my mind you fucking deserved it. Don't come, you're gonna come. I'm sure you are, Fly. I'm fucking sure you are. And so, all the goodies to talk about. There's a few. So first of all, the Hawaii thing. At first, when I first seen it and everything, I was like, well, no. It seems like a wildfire in the sense of, they get going, and if there's wind involved, that shit'll whip across a surface like nobody's business. It can take out a prairie in no time at all. So it didn't seem that far-fetched to me at first, but as you started to kind of dig into stuff, and after listening to some of the things that people explained, and after just talking with my youngest a few minutes ago, I'm definitely having huge question marks. So one of the things was the fact that they wanted this land, I want to say, I believe it was the city wanted the land. They were going to sell the land to rich people that wanted this local land. That's how I kind of took it. Okay. So now, because they didn't get what they wanted, they went ahead and took it out. And I kept thinking, okay, so how do you, yeah, I know you can make fire burn in spots that you want it to burn in, but lots of times it'll get out of control. And by the looks of those winds, that shit was really out of control. And then I was talking with my youngest, and he said, there's a thing called, what do you call it? Somebody say it. I know one of you weapons people got it right on the tip of your tongue. Well, you got something there anyway. what do you call it? Something weapons. Oh, high energy weapons. And supposedly they can do exactly what this fire did, which was burn certain shit, not Jews, hues, right? It's the Jews, it's their space lasers. Well, I heard that there were lasers they could shoot from wherever up there, and that, oh, what? Gutter the Hawaii fire just doesn't pass the smell test. I know. After smelling for a while, I must agree. There's too much shit. There's just too many questions. And once you have that many, I mean, like I've been through wildfires before, and there was never that many questions. Never. We had one question, which was how it started, and we pretty much figured that one out. So, direct energy weapons, DE. Oh, direct. Oh, okay. Matt called it high energy weapons. You're probably right. Okay. Which is why it's called do. Got it. See, I learned. It's Trump's fault. It is. That son of a bitch. He did it again. So, anyways, I'm definitely skeptical of the whole thing. And I'm, as well as I'm sure most of you people are. So, and the other thing that Matthew said was there's something called the 15-minute smart cities. Has anybody heard of that? Three huge satellite dishes out. Okay, wait, Lazen Place, what'd you say? Google Map hides / made visible. Three huge satellite dishes out here by me at the Secret Service Reserve. An LP facility. Whoa. See, so much just fishy shit. And a lot of people just drive by and never think about that. But if you start to question shit, it's amazing how much shit you actually question and go, what the fuck? I mean, I get it. I know this is all deep and strenuous shit and we don't want to talk about it, but we better, because we're in for a doozy, I'm afraid. Well, I do have to say, when I first saw it, I thought, well, that's strange. Like, where did it start from? Like, what started it and swept it to that degree? Because it wasn't like it just shot one line. Then when I realized what it had actually burnt, it shows that it burnt all those houses that they want. It shows the properties that it burned. And it skips shit. I mean, and I get flying embers, but not like this. It was too many. Can someone come on and say how a do works? A direct energy weapon? Yeah. Who can say that? How about Fly can? Or Lays in Place? It sounds like Sugar Birch is thinking you got the, some info. I'm game for anybody to visit. But I definitely think something's gone on. Not dressed for panel. Well, I don't require a camera. So, you don't have to. You could use emoji or whatever if you wanted to. I'm not pressuring you, though, Lays and Blaze. I totally get it. And I totally understand. Always know that you're welcome to come on and explain shit, because we're not all real smart. I require a camera. Fly, I'll put you on camera. if you just get your ass on here. I'm sure they have already blamed the previous administration. That's like, isn't it a given? Like, whatever happens, it's Trump's fault. Okay, wait, what'd you say, Lazy Blaze? Okay, whoa. Previous administration, yeah. Yes, smart cities will end us. Okay, and so for a second, the smart cities thing. So electronic cities, and basically, it was said that Maui was the first electronic city that was supposed to happen, and what better way to do it than to burn half of it down so you can, take over this shit? Makes perfect sense. Okay. These and Blaze. Project Bluebeam is not what you all think it is. Laugh out loud. They had a conference there about making the island a 15-minute city. Right. That's what Matt had said. Okay. It's real. I drove M60 tanks by it. We will end up like the people in Wall-E. Oh, you're gonna make me watch something. What the fuck is that, Amanda? You know what? I lost my pin down here. What's Wall-E? For some reason, I feel like I've seen that before. Okay, am I losing ground here with the chat? Lethal force is authorized if you breach parameter. Can someone come on and say how it works? People are saying they had no warnings. Well, and I heard some firefighters that said that when they went to hook up to the hydrants, the water was off. Really Graceful has an interesting video about Maui fires. The channel Really Graceful, is that what you mean, Damon? Blaze and Blaze, why don't you go on the panel? It just do what it do. Fucking fly. Gotta pull up Google Fox News Athena. Okay. See, Bobby knows how to get me on the right track. Google Fox News Athena? Okay. Athena Strand. Is that what you mean? Wasn't there lasers on camera? Supposedly they weren't supposed to be seen, but due to certain atmospheric conditions, they were made visible. Well, I kind of think that's what Matt was saying too. Not just for the panel. Yeah, I'm way behind. Okay, I better hurry up. Biden next. Well, you just gave him like what, 40 billion million, some shit. Okay, I'm going to the bottom because if I don't, I'm gonna miss everything you guys said, and then I feel like you guys are all rolling your eyes at me, going, "Fuck." Hi, Hal. How are ya? And Meldoba. How are ya, Chicky? Okay, William. Yeah, I saw that a few months ago. Okay. All right, we going to the bottom. That's what she said. And sometimes spelled climate change. We are all nuts. What the hell is climate change? I'm going backward. Can you tell? Coincidence happened. Yeah. RB, I know you're not believing none of this shit, but it does seem a little strange, especially when they wanted the land. It's kind of a perfect example in what my uncle went through on some Indian reservation. And no, they didn't steal it, but they might as well have. They forcibly took it. And it was my uncle's land for 50 years, 40 years. So, and it just through all the bullshit and meandering, they basically took it. Maybe she's going to the bottom. Yes. To the bottom we go. I blame RB and the Jews. What did they ever do with the land in California? I don't know. Where's Blunt? I don't know. Maybe he's working or sleeping. Somebody wake his ass up. Somebody has his phone number. What the prep? Mick, what's the prep? Said, hey, how'd the prep go? Do you mean trip? Hi, Missy. Nobody's a bed in here. Nobody's a bed, Miss. Nobody's a bed. You know, I'm teasing, right, RV? Yeah, he knows. And what do you mean? Call Blunt through Discord? You call him, Tony. You don't have a job yet as moderator, so you could just go ahead and call Blunt. Tell him wake up. Sorry, Blunt Man is busy under the table right now. Give him a few minutes. Oh, fuck. What did I tell you guys about that? During the live, you can't be doing that nasty shit. Trip, I thought that's what you meant. Sorry. Sandwich lady's here. Yep, Missy's here. I'm yawning already, you guys. Why? When I first heard about it was on fire, I was like, well, it's a volcano, so I know. I mean, I wasn't really shocked at first, but over time, and then Rick did that video, and I totally, you know, I said, 80-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, what do you expect of it? And I know that it will sweep over shit and miss stuff, but not like this did. If you've seen how the track it took, it was ironic how it missed all the expensive buildings. Fucking. You guys are raunchy. Well, I said, I mean, you can always decline the mod, but, you know, it's totally, I mean, it's all up to you guys. And, I would hope nobody gets out of hand. But I'm telling you, Wasp, that I did not take moderator before because I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be good. I could be bad and I wanted to be bad. But if I was moderator, then I had to be like, at least on, I had to be kind of nice or whatever. And not that I'm a bitch, but, oh yeah, I am. Forget that. Not, strike that last comment. But, I mean, he's like a dirt devil vacuum. Well, they don't last very long. So I would say, Hoover or Kirby. Kirby will fucking suck the carpet right up. I like pineapple on my pizza, but I mostly like meat. I'm all about the meat and the dough. I want thick dough and lots of meat. And you can keep the fucking sauce because they always put too much and try to cover something up or. I also like green onions and peppers. I mean, I like onions and green peppers on it. That's a strong stance, boss, right? She's like having none of it. I know. I'm sorry. Illiterate isn't about to get banned, Bobby. They're just fucking with everybody. Pay no attention to them. They're not going to fucking ban you, illiterate. They might have big heads. Give them a minute because they've been, there's never been wrenches on this channel. So I think everybody's a little shocked. Like, oh, Gigi's giving up control. What the fuck? We get control. Yippee. You don't trust fruit on your pizza? That sounds sexual. I'm just going to say. Yeah, don't. Illiterate, don't pay no attention. They're just fucking joking with you. They're so joking with you. Then don't eat my pizza. Get your own. See, illiterate. You can be rude to these fuckers. Don't let them think they got you. Well, you have to be nice until these guys feel comfortable to be assholes like you guys. And then y'all can be assholes together. I don't care. But it was kind of like me the first time on LC's channel last night. Like, there was things I caught myself holding back on. But as I get more comfortable being there, I'm fairly certain LC will be going, whoa, fucking gutter. You're going backstage, bitch. So, I mean, because it's your channel and you do kind of have to, if you want people to stay or whatever, you got to make sure that people ain't running over the top of it. So, yeah. Yeah, he's just fucking with you. Pickles on pizza. I forgive the pineapple people. You just can't handle the pickles. Well, if you'd heard the conversation we had going last night about English cucumbers. Yeah. let's just say nobody wanted cucumber sandwiches after the conversation. Hi, Lays and Blaze.
I'm gonna turn my cam off. There we go.
Okay,
Is that all right?
sure.
Okay.
Howdy.
Nobody's jumping in your panel. Geez, what's up with these people? Too early?
I know that usually somebody will get on, but for some reason I've been on for 45 minutes. You'd have thought somebody would have jumped on.
Crazy. I thought you'd
Maybe
already. I thought LC and stuff would already be on and stuff, but hey, it's cool. I'll jump on for a few minutes and give you a little content, maybe, hopefully good content.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you came on. It's good to meet you.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Subbed last night when you were on LC.
I wondered.
Yeah.
So did you get on LC's lives?
See, I have no schedule here at Billywood USA Studios, so I pretty much can do whatever I want. I'll keep several tabs open, watch 2 or 3 panels going at the same time.
Right. I do that. I catch myself with a lot of.
I don't understand. People don't understand. There's tabs. You can open up several tabs, run several streams at the same time, and keep up with a lot of stuff because multiple people are on at the same time for some god unknown reason.
I know. I know. I tried to pick, like, when we were picking a day, it was like, okay, how about Tuesday at 5:00? And my partner, who was on with me when we started this, was in Florida, so it made it a little rough to, when it was 5:00 here, it was 8:00 there when he was starting. So, and he's like, fuck, I'm in bed by 11. So it was a bit rough, but we got through it.
I go by days and nights, not really anything else around here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you came on.
So, yeah, I was telling you, man, I live by this military reservation that I used to play and drill on and go out and do tank gunnery and stuff. There's a fire right there. It's been burning for the past couple hours. It's probably.
I'm going to put that
south
on large.
Oh, do what you want. Okay, I'm kind of watching you on the big screen and using the camera. Okay, but yeah, there's a fire right there. That's south of Yakima, probably on the Indian reservation. Just before you head to the Columbia River, and what? Mary Hill and stuff. Have you ever been to the Mary Hill monument there by Mary's Hill? The Stonehenge?
Is it the ones where they have the horses? Is that the one?
Well, you got you have the Mary Hills Museum, and you have the Mary Hills Stonehenge monument that was built, I don't know, 80 years ago or something. Mm-hmm. It's an exact replica of Stonehenge, but like complete. There's some great videos for like drone videos on YouTube to check it out. It's badass. Mm-hmm. Great view of the Columbia and the canyon there.
Yeah, really nice.
So anyway, my layout, it's ghetto, but it's under remodeling.
Hey, nice. Yeah, it's definitely been interesting. I've had this channel for about 17 months now, and just trying to figure everything out. And, of course, the rules change every other day. CommieTube tends to want to, bite your ass for everything that you do on it. So,
pardon me. In reference, don't mean to cut you off. In reference to some of my previous comments, right out here is it's all military reservation to the Columbia River east. And then the Hanford nuclear facility is just east of the Columbia River. You know all that stuff probably, since you're kind of local here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes.
So just out there east of me on that reservations, you see all kinds of crazy stuff, obviously, because it's kind of secret stuff goes on out there.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. I grew up on the Nez Perce Reservation in Idaho. So, and it was always funny because people will still say to me today, What do you mean? You can live on the reservation? I didn't think I thought only Indians could live on the reservation. It's like, no, anybody can live on the reservation.
What part of Idaho is that?
It's the central part, so
Okay,
just
cool.
north of Lewiston, and Clarkston. Well, Clarkston, Washington, Lewiston, Idaho. So just upriver
It's over
from
by
there.
Pullman and stuff.
What's that?
Over by Pullman, Washington, just east of it or something, or northeast of it? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Actually, you go up the Clearwater River to a little town called Kuski, and that's where I was.
Kuski River? Yeah, I've been to Kuski.
Have you?
No, I've been everywhere, seems like. North of the equator.
So that's on the reservation. And then Kamei was actually just 7 miles away. And that's like where they have the YS, and they have a casino there and all of that. And it's just 7 miles from Kuski. So, yeah, that's the valley that I grew up in. So usually when I say Kuski, people don't have a clue. Like, they're totally lost.
Mm-hmm. Well, people are lost. We're all lost.
Yeah.
So what's new? You want to hear any stories or anything? You can interview me for a few minutes if you want. I don't know. What do you do on this channel?
Oh, we do just about anything. But I definitely like to, know, like, have you lived there long? Or your whole life?
Bought this piece of property about in 2000. So been here ever since then.
Nice.
And it's, like I say, I can't leave, unfortunately. I mean, it's too much of a great view. It's the Rainbow Valley, what I showed you there. I mean, gosh, if any rainstorms come through, it's just rainbows, double rainbows, still waiting for some triple rainbows to photograph. Video.
Yeah.
It's beautiful there.
One hell of a view.
Tell us about myself, Les Sugar Britches says. Yeah, I'm an old codger, hanging in there though. Trying to kind of like get stuff off my chest before I disappear.
Yeah. Well, it's always good to get the information that you have, especially, the younger generation is so out of touch with shit that.
Well, nobody, pardon me, I'm kind of lit. Anyway, yeah, the normal population doesn't see a lot of things that really go on behind the curtains on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been privy to some of the stuff, and I just think it just makes you think about life a lot differently after you see stuff like that.
Yep.
And I don't know what's going on in my life, but ever since I can remember, weird stuff just appears before my eyes, you know what I mean? So it trips my mind. So I have buttloads of stories of, paranormal, whatever, UFO activity, you name it, witnesses to back up stories just because they were there. Crazy stories. I can't understand them.
We have a sub, one of our OGs on here, Wasp. She'll be really glad to hear all of your stories. So, we'll all definitely be glad to hear them. But Wasp is, she's a sensitive. So she's.
Yeah, that's what I am. I feel I'm a twin. I got a twin sister, and I'm Brad Bitt and Donnie Jepp's age exactly. We're all pushing 6-0 this year, along with a bunch of other guys 6-0. But yeah, I've seen stuff all my life. I'm talking crazy stuff. I've got stuff caught on video. Oh man, I had to run to the office and tell them, hey, play back the video, please, and let's see what happened if it shows up. And it sure as heck did. It was clear as day. I just go, wow. They said, yeah. If you want to hear that story, we can run through it real quick.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I worked at a place that sold cigars and tobacco products on.
Oh, you muted yourself. Something happened. What the hell? You're muted.
Yeah, they're censoring me. You
There. Okay.
got me back, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so back to the story. If it doesn't cut me off, I'm going to set you up over here. Can you hear me fine? Let me go sit down. Hey, my cat just hit my head.
Okay.
Plus. Anyway, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm working on the reservation, Indian reservation, Yakima Indian reservation. There's a tobacco shop there, one of the biggest probably in the nation here. And I worked there for, hey, don't touch that phone, bro. Heckles. He loves me. He loves Daddy. So me and not Heckles was working there for 5 years, met the acid cigar guy, Drew Estates, and smoked cigars and drank with him and stuff a couple times. We'd have shows and stuff. Anyway, so we had a line, about 6 lines, where we pulled orders of tobacco and we'd ship them across, pack them and ship them across the world. We had when I first started, it was kind of small, and then they built a great big, like 10,000 square foot warehouse facility with like a 5,000 square foot walk-in humidor, which I was in charge of. And I always thought when I'd go in there and stock it or pull boxes of cigars that I'd look like I'd feel like boxes were moving behind me, crossing the shelf and stuff, but I never really saw that. Here's the story. So it's a fulfillment center. We're shipping tobacco products and accessories. Old reservation property, and I'm on the line. All the guys are out throughout the warehouse pulling their orders. I'm on the line. I'm the supervisor for the line, and I'm at my table, and the next table over, we stacked our rolls of tape. They're big industrial size rolls, so they're like 5-pound rolls of tape, and you pull them out of a case. They're stacked about 10 high in rolls all around the case, you know. Pull them out. We would stack them up on the top shelf of our table workstations along with some empty cardboard boxes that were flattened, you know, so we could just pull them down, open them up, and tape them up and fill them with product anyway. You still with me?
Yep.
Okay. So the guys are out pulling their orders. I'm sitting there just chilling, looking through. I grab my orders. I'm looking through to see what I got going on for my pulls going on, and just kind of tripping out. I got cameras on every workstation monitoring it. And the next station over, there's a stack of about 6 rolls of tape, and they're stuck on each other. Mind you, you got to pull these rolls off because they're stuck on each other. So they're laying flat. And one of the rolls, the top roll, while I'm sitting there basically looking right at it, jumps up into the air about 3 feet, spinning, and then falls directly down on the table, spins a little bit, and falls down. And I'm just looking at it like I'm looking at you. I'm just going, I'm thinking the boys might be effing with me, man. So I'm looking around going, what the F? Nobody's there. I'm by myself. So, and it was caught on tape. So I ran to the office, and sure as shit, we replayed it back. It shows I'm sitting there standing, watching, going, okay, a roll of tape just all by itself, nobody around, pulling off of a stack of tape rolls and spinning in the air and coming down by itself. One story there. That's that story. What do you think? Is that weird? On tape.
It is weird, especially the fact that you got it on tape.
I ran to the office immediately after that. I mean, this place is funny. We were all having fun. Young kids and stuff were working for us. One guy, DJ or something, he'd be running back, grabbing boxes for the store front, you know, and stuff from the warehouse. He'd run right into a closed garage, big old closed garage door because he'd just not paying attention. To smack. He'd be sitting, whoa, what? That was DJ. I mean, we had fun. It's closed now. They sold it, I think. Old lady probably passed. I don't know. Okay, you want to know? You want to hear a story about out there where I showed you on my on the military reservation out east of me?
Yeah.
You got time for that?
Yep. Cool.
Do I need to set this down more steady or something? Let's do that. Here. Watch my cat. Uh-oh. That's going to fall down. I'm not important. You don't need to see me. I'm not advertising crap. Okay, let's find that cat. There he is. Steady. Okay, I live by the Yakima Training Facility Reservation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fort Lewis comes here and they do their live fire training and stuff. They're out there playing every day, especially this time of year. Which story should I tell first? Okay, it was a Christmas several years ago. We let some friends from Idaho move in right before the Christmas season. They lived with us actually they lived with us all year. And then Christmas came along and we were partying here in the house, and I went outside. It's freezing cold. It's a couple days before Christmas, and I went outside to have a smoke, and I was looking out towards the military reservation east of me, and I noticed a couple blue transparent beams going from the horizon past the base straight into the sky. Clear skies, cold AF, middle of winter, almost Christmas. Two transparent beams. That's why I said Project Blue Beam's not what we think, because this is kind of what I think it might be. I don't know. Seemed familiar. I can't quite put the pieces together, though. Thank you for joining Gutter's Life. You're welcome. Anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, hi. That's Jekyll's in the chair. So I'm looking at these blue beams, smoking my cigarette. I'm well messed up because it's the season to be jolly. I'm sitting out on my front porch, which you know where it's at. You can see it in my videos, and we just looked out the window in front of it. And I'm looking, middle of the night, there's two huge blue beams. These things, I swear, because they're all the way past the horizon, I see them coming up. They're behind the horizon hills. Well, I live like in a valley here, and it goes back up towards the horizon again. And way off in between the base and Hanford Nuclear Facility by the Columbia River somewhere is projected two huge beams. These beams have to be 2, 3, 4 miles wide, 2 miles minimum wide, not spotlights for the holly jolly Christmas season, shopping. No, these beams were tandem blue beams, transparent, going straight into space with about 2 miles maybe with each beam, width in between them. I watched it for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. After the first 5 minutes, or a couple minutes, I went in and got the people that were partying with me and the wife. I said, you got to come out and verify what the heck I'm seeing. And they came out and watched it, and it was cold, but they weren't going away. So I finished smoking my cigarette, hung out as long as I could, and I came back inside. Probably looked out the window a couple times and sat down and finished partying for a little bit, went back out to check a few minutes later, and they were gone. I don't know. What was it?
So weird.
If I was only seeing these huge blue transparent beams going into the sky from the horizon, in between a nuclear Hanford facility and a military reservation, it just don't make sense. And I saw it. Nobody else reported it. That's one thing I've seen out there.
Well, and you have like the perfect view to see for so much. I mean,
300-degree view.
Yeah.
I can see Mount Rainier and Mount Adams from if I walk up on top of my hill here on my property. So I've got a great view. Oh, I'm like 15, 20 miles. I'm like miles south of Mel's Hole as the crow flies, exactly.
Wasp ask, have you ever run across something clearly not human?
The audio was distorted. Question again?
Wasp ask, have you ever run across something clearly not human?
Only vehicles or whatever, not actual. Oh, okay. Lowe's. I worked at Lowe's. Maybe this is one of the paranormal things. Are we talking like shadow people or something like that? Clearly not human? Within 10 feet of me?
Probably.
Okay, that probably would qualify, but no aliens like that. But okay, I worked at Lowe's. I worked, started there and just, part time to kill some time, make a little extra scratch. So I worked in the lumber department is where I started for a couple of years, and then I ended up in the tool, what do they call it? Tool something area where you just, the tool world. They called it tool world, yeah, where they kept all the tools and stuff. Anyway, while I was working in the lumber department at Lowe's here, also on the reservation, mind you. And this is an old Lowe's. They built a new one shortly afterwards, after I had left. 5 years there. Even the OG supervisors always knew the place was haunted AF. Okay, guaranteed. I mean, okay, you would hear we'd all be closing and stuff, and you would hear nobody be in the room where the cash room or whatever, and you'd hear like register tills just slamming on the counter and stuff. Nobody around. All the way across the store, you could hear that. Anyway, my story goes. I don't know how to describe it, so I'm going to kind of throw the camera on me. But I was facing, after everybody left, we closed, we face all the products in all the aisles throughout the store. I'm in lumber, I'm facing all the 2x4s and stuff. I can see through the aisles because they're racks, basically most of these aisles are. And you can see through the next aisle and the next aisle of lumber, whether it's plywood being on there or siding or 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x10s. I'm siding them. I'm in the middle of the aisle. No customers and only the crew for my department around me, but not near me. It's bright. We got the lights on. It's bright. And I'm facing lumber and I just stop and I look and there's this shadow, like it reminded me of like the Tasmanian devil when he would spin on the cartoon or something. It was just a dust cloud, smoky cloud cluster about 4 feet, 3.5 feet in height. Just a cloud, smoky cloud, transparent. I'm in the middle of the aisle. I stop and I look at it and it goes from one end of the aisle across in front of me through to the other side of the next aisle. I'm going, what in the world? It's 10, 12, no more than 15 feet away. And it's hovering. It hovers as it goes across the aisle in front of me. It's about 2.5 feet off the ground. And it's about 3.5, 4 feet tall. And it's just a spinning little Tasmanian devil dust cloud of smoke, transparent, going across in front of me. I asshole it around to the other side of the aisle to see if I can still see it. It's gone. They probably had cameras. I probably could have had them re-roll that one too, but
yeah.
But that was a freaky one. That was a freaky one because it was like from here to my cat, and it went right across in front of me. Unbelievable. I didn't get creeped out or nothing. It didn't make a sound, didn't smell or anything, but it was a little cloud of a little grayish smoke cloud that looked kind of like a little storm cloud that was just 3.5 feet big by about 2 feet wide, maybe, putting across the aisle in front of me while we're closing. Shit, I never will forget that. Weird, huh?
That is weird. I remember when I was in 6th grade, and we went on a church outing. We stayed. It was a church camp, and we stayed for, I think it was 4 days. And I remember this girl freaking out, and she was like, "There's the devil down there underneath the bench. Oh my God, I can see him. And can't you see him?" And she's got all these girls looking at it, and I'm just totally not interested. I'm like, she's just trying to freak me out. I don't want to go over there and look because I'm afraid of what the fuck I'm going to see. So I just thought she was lying and da-da-da. Well, anyways, within, after everybody finally kind of walked away, I ended up walking over to that fucking window and looking out the window. And here was this black shadow thing. And there was a girl that was sitting on a bench. And the black shadow thing was like hovering over her. And I'll never forget. I mean, it looked like a werewolf almost. Like you could see the black ear, the outlines of the ears, and the nose. He turned his head and you could see the nose. And I mean, it was pretty freaky. I thought they were full of shit until I actually seen some kind of weird dark shadow. And then the next time I looked out the window and the other girls looked out the window, it was gone. So I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was freaky.
Makes you think, huh?
It does. It definitely, when you see it with your own eyes, I mean, a lot of people can go, oh, you're just fucking seeing things, or, you know, and maybe it was because everybody had, you know, hyped me up and scared me so much that I thought I seen a shadow, but I'm fairly certain, especially the way it turned its head. And when it turned its head, you could see the whole muzzle and everything of it. It's like, yeah, fuck that. I'm out. So, yeah.
Yeah. There's weird stuff out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unexplained. Anyway.
I always see the flugers and stuff wherever I go. It doesn't matter what part of the world I'm on, too. I always see them. Mm-hmm. Seen them in the Gulf. I've seen them in Korea. I've seen them. Oh man, I see them here all the time. I get followed by them once. Once I got followed right here by the canyon. Followed me and the wife while we were moving back from Ellensburg. Basically, we passed Mel's Hole and we drove through the canyon. And a fluger followed us through the canyon. Messed with us. It messed with us physically. I'll never be the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that would freak me out.
Yeah, it was a tic tac. It was an orb. You want to hear that story?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I was young then. We were a young family, me and the wife. Kid was this before the war or after the war? I gotta think. Long time ago. We didn't live here yet, so it was before 2000. Probably in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Yakima Canyon goes all the way to Ellensburg from here. It's about a 25, 30-mile stretch. It's actually highway, but they built a more improved highway just east of it a little ways, so it's kind of a bypass type highway now that they use, alternative if ever they shut down the other one, etc. So it's a beautiful canyon with the Yakima River blowing through it. There's a nice dam on it, backing up some water. Me and the wife are coming back we're moving to Yakima area, Sela, whatever, from Ellensburg. Young and dumb. We got our 4x4 Nissan 4x4 extra cab. It was tan, had a nice carpet kit and a canopy on the back. And we were pulling a tandem axle flatbed trailer with all our gear on it, all of our furnishings. Got into the canyon quite a ways. It's middle of the night. Just doing the speed limit basically, no problems, no issues. Nothing happening. The highway follows the river, adjacent to the river. All of a sudden, we notice a little tic-tac orb, a freaking orb. Just out of nowhere, it shows up in tandem with us. It's hovering over, it's basically going across, it's hovering above the river as we drive through the canyon. So it's right along with us as we're driving along the canyon. It's hovering along the river that follows the canyon road that we're on. It's probably, I don't know, 20 feet above the river or something. It's projecting a beam of light like this. This is nighttime. There's no light above it, but it's an orb. It's big orb. It's like a Volkswagen Beetle bug. And it follows us for miles, and it keeps up with us right along next to us. I'm just sitting there constantly. I can see my gauges and stuff in the window next to the wife. I say, roll your window down, and so I can tell if it's those gauge reflections, and it's not. She rolls the window down. It's an absolute silent orb following us. It's a big orb too. So we get going. We're being followed for quite a while, miles and minutes. Then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of deer start jumping across from the riverside, across the highway, head up into the top of the hills, right in front of us. I have to slow down. And in the process of all that, the rear tire on the driver's side tandem axle comes flying by me. And I'm going, what the hey? All this time, that orb's right next to us over the river, watching us and following us. And of course, I slow down after I catch up to where my tires stopped, and I pull over, throw it on the back of the tandem axle, make sure I can drive, get back in the deal, and out we go. I think it's still following us for a couple more miles, and then it just disappeared. And that's that story.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. It was so close. It was only 100 yards away from us at times. Followed us for probably 5, 6, 7, 8 miles. I couldn't shake it. It wouldn't leave. It never disappeared. Once it was there, it never left. Trippy. Me, the wife, and my young daughter that was in the car seat in the extra cab compartment of the vehicle. Pretty wild. Why?
Yeah.
Why? And why? Why right by Mel's Hole? Why right by the military secret reservation, which has 3 huge satellites, which can be verified because you can see the tip of one, if it's pointed in the right direction, from the top of the rest stop right up on top of that canyon road up there. Jesus Christ, that's why I'm not giving away any secrets. The secret LP research facility out there is on the map.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what happens out there that isn't on any maps.
Right.
And I've been all around there. It's at the end of the road, basically. Take a left and you got the research facility. Keep going forward, you're off in the gunnery ranges.
That's a bit creepy. You got to wonder what the hell goes on over there. You know, when just a few nights ago, I have glass sliding doors, and I went to close the blinds. And as I grabbed a hold of the blinds and started pulling them, I look out the window and I can see this fucking drone. And this drone couldn't have been, I think he was over my neighbor's yard. So he was looking, you could tell he was looking directly in our window. I thought that was really fucking strange.
That's weird.
And as soon as I started moving the blind, he went over our house.
Big drone or
good size drone, not like a little one, like a good size drone.
Oh yeah, we had a drone here that flew over our house. See, we used to have a jacuzzi, me and the wife, when we first moved out here. We had a jacuzzi for like 8 years, first 8 years, out in the back corner of the property. We had a great view. We'd be out there. That's where we spent the nights, the evenings each night. And we seen stuff every night fly over. Yeah, it's just amazing. But, great view. We've seen a lot of falling stars. I watched 3 or 4 in a row in 5 minutes time from my magic window in the bedroom just the other night, chilling out. But we see stuff every night. We'd be out there. But one night I seen what could have been a drone, but it looked like a drone, or it could have been an orb. It flew over in front of us, way up high. It flew over east, went over by the canyon, over the firing center. And the next thing you know, I noticed just moments later, and I'm sure the thing was way long gone by then, but just a moments later, I seen like 50 caliber rounds streaking up, tracers shooting up towards exactly where that thing just went by. So it was either target practice, which is very unusual for me to see that. I've never seen that before. So for them to fire like that close to be observed here from the civilian side of the world, I don't know. Sketch.
That is pretty sketch.
It putted all the way across. We're just sitting there chilling, watching them, going, "Hey, check it out!" And next thing you know, after it just got towards the eastern end of the horizon, it disappeared. And moments later, tracer shots rounds going up right after it. I laughed.
Yep, that is a bit strange. Very strange.
Once I was over I was, I don't stress life, so I was sitting there stacking my silver rounds and eagles up on the kitchen table one afternoon, and I had quite a few stacks up there and stuff. And the next thing you know, about a 3.2 earthquake pops through the area and starts rattling the table. I think the frickin' washing machine's on a spin cycle or something. So I get up, check it out. My silver stacks are all shaking and crap. A couple probably fall down. And I get up. No, it's not the washing machine. So I walk and look out the front window, which you know where that's at. But it wasn't. That was before the house was moved here. So that was right before 2000, 98, 99. We had it in a trailer park right before we moved it here. That was the first place we put it when we bought the place. So we moved it from there out here after we bought the land shortly afterwards. Anyway, I digress. So my stuff's shaking. I'm going, what the F? Never felt no earthquakes before around here. And I get up, walk around, make sure it's not the washing machine, go to the front window, look out it. And directly east of me, which is just directly slightly south of where we currently are looking from, there was a huge silver object which looked kind of like a water heater. You know what your water heater looks like? It looked like a big 80-gallon water heater, but all metallic, shining in the 2-3 o'clock sun. And that thing, it was totally east of Yakima, east of the firing center, southeast of the firing center a bit, and it hovered there for quite. This is the same time the earthquake happened. I looked out the window and there was that freaking UFO just sitting up there in the sky, way high, didn't move, just hanging. Well, it kind of like drifted a little bit, but it was pretty much stationary, hovering up there. I'm going, what in the world? It was big and it was cylindrical, silver, shiny, metallic. It was so far away, there's no way to tell what it made noise, obviously. It was just something I observed. And I sat there and I watched it for several minutes. I'm going, okay, cool. You get bored with that stuff after a while because you've seen so much stuff anyway before. You just go, okay, another one of Kluger's, write it up. Oh, puss moved. Oh, I'm going to adjust my cam. That's Jekyll's puss. Heckles and Jekyll. Heckles and Jekylls are the twin. Maybe my camera's off. Oh, no, it's still working.
That's a rough life.
Yeah, we got tough schedule here at AA Billywood Studios, USA Studios, in the middle of Washington, Pacific Northwest, FEMA Region 10, Sector 13, City 17, Half-Life. That reference. But hey, that's enough for today. I'm going to let you go and get somebody else up here. Come on, people, get out here and talk to this girl. Come on.
I'm so glad you came on. It was so good to meet you.
Well, it was good to be here, and I'm glad I got to tell my stories, a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
They are what they are.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm getting up there in the ages, and my life is really rough, so I figured I better get it off my chest before I stroke out and have too much fun.
There you go. As long as you're having fun while you do it.
That's right. Well, I'm going to watch, and I'll keep watching.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with me.
I'll always be over on the other guy's channel, too. You know who.
Yep. LC.
You guys have fun.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, I'm off panel. Laters.
Bye.
Have fun. Live large.
Well, that was cool. We get to have new people and new faces and new stories, and I love it. And cool people. Yes, Blaze, welcome to the jungle. And let me tell you what, it is a fucking jungle in here. But I have a feeling you'll fit right in with all us crazy bastards. All the new peeps. We also have a Discord. Yes. Bobby just posted the link. So yeah, and LC is the guy that actually has I was just talking about him at the beginning of the live, Donna, and he is a really cool dude from Australia that welcomed me on his channel and was just a really nice guy. He's just a super neat guy. I really like him, and I haven't known him that long, but they just probably one of the nicest people I've met. And he's now, don't get me wrong, will tell you how it is, but he didn't treat people like shit just to treat people like shit, if you know what I mean. So he's just a really nice guy. So and he has a big farm, and he has people on his panel all the time. Thank you, William. I needed the words. So yeah, he's an Australian. He has a huge farm, and he has online panels all the time. And his girlfriend, Shani, she actually has like a little cooking channel too. So if somebody, I don't know if somebody can find that channel and post the link. If not, I'll try to do it after the live. But yeah, super cool people. Thought the world of them. They introduced me to some pretty neat people last night. There's a girl, her name's Belle V, and she is funnier than a fucking sack full of farts. I'm telling you, she's hilarious. And then and there was a bunch of guys on there too, and it's hard for me to remember their names. A lot of them I knew from Andy's channel, but I hadn't put a face to them. So yeah, Gigi's going international. Well, we were international. I mean, we have quite a few peeps from Australia and New Zealand. And where else? So yeah. He does lives like nobody. He was gonna go 12 hours. It's that fucking crazy. It's nuts, dude. He is funnier than shit. You guys you'll love him. He is a kick in the pants. You've got to go check him out. I mean, I really, really like this guy. And he doesn't hold grudges against people. I mean, if you're really stupid, he probably does. But he's just a really nice guy. And he treats women really good. I mean, he's probably until you get to know him, like, I mean, like some of the girls, I'm sure he's, he can go off with, but just a really nice guy. I was on there for a few hours with him. And I didn't have intentions of that. I only had intentions of getting on and saying hi and introducing myself. And, I mean, especially the first time you're getting on, you don't want to wear out your welcome or whatever. But yeah, he was a really funny guy. He's got a really funny he's got an Australian accent. So, sometimes I have to re-ask him what he's saying or whatever. And he's really good about repeating it. I'm sure he'll get sick of that shit with me eventually, but I really liked him. It's really shitty weather at the moment. Just about to rain. Temperature is about 50 degrees. Oh, honey, Right now, it's 6:30, and it says on there that it's 99, but I think it's hotter. Yeah, 102. 102 right now here in Oregon. It never does. I mean, we don't get this hot. Every now and then, but yeah, I'll bet you do get used to the accent, William. I'm so glad you came on, William. You want a kangaroo? Oh, well, I think LC has like three. I think I heard him say he has 3 or 4, something like that. Somebody else will be able to tell you better than I will. But they're super. I mean, they have a whole farm, and I think they're getting like their farm channel back up and going, and so it's really cool. So yeah, I had a good time visiting with them, and they were all pretty funny. There's some that they get out there a little ways, but I mean, who doesn't? No snakes in New Zealand, right? No, but you have other shit, don't you, Kai? That'll take you. He's got lambs and emus and kangaroos and 500-acre farm. It's going to be 107 there tonight, Black Girl. I'm going to go find that dew, and I'm going to set your pants on fire if you don't get on here. It's been like, I don't know, 3 weeks. And I gave you a week's warning. And you had a week's warning. You said that's all you needed. I hate to have to write you up again, Fly. I mean, fuck, your file is getting thick. Your pants on fire. No, I'm not lying. Do not send heat here. I know, Wasp. I'll try to keep away from you. Kangaroos are so sweet, except the boys. If they growl like a dog, get the hell out of there. Oh. Because then it's like they want to fight, and they can really kick the shit out of you, right? I mean, like, they're super strong. Bobby, why aren't you on here? Somebody. You fuckers. No horses? Oh, I don't know. Hi, Hal. You haven't been on in forever.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
All right. I need suggestions.
I thought I seen something in the chat about one of the girls' birthdays.
Yeah.
And so how old is she?
She'll be 36.
36. I'm sorry. I have to hear you say it. 36.
Yeah, but no jewelry.
And what is she into? I mean, like, what kind of girl is she? I'm trying to.
Oh, she loves jewelry. But she loves it so much that she bought 49%. I'm hearing an echo from somewhere. She bought 49% of a jewelry store. So she just goes and gets what she wants.
Yeah, she don't need it. So, but what else is she into? Like, what are the things what type of girl is she? Is this the one that you do the pictures that we seen the pictures with? The little model?
I think you guys have seen pictures of both of them. I'm not sure
I know,
which one
but
you're
the
talking
little
about.
blonde that was on the bar.
Oh, Heather's the little one.
Okay.
Her
Okay.
birthday was a few months ago. But, you
Good.
know, she doesn't, this is the whole thing. She doesn't need anything. She
But
makes more than all of us put together. She doesn't need anything. And, you know, someone said get her a gift card for something, and that's what I'm trying to get away from, you know.
Yeah,
And
what
that's
about
just,
like a spa day?
yeah, she
Like,
doesn't do. She's not like that. She's not.
she
Neither
don't
one
want to
of
be
them
touched.
are makeup girls or nothing like that. But see, she doesn't need to get her hair done or nothing. That's what her sister does. So she's always the guinea pig to get the hair done and get her picture taken and hanging on the wall in her sister's hair shop or whatever. So that this is just where I'm stuck. I'm trying to get away from the gift card, you know. She's not a clothes person, or well, yeah. Ever since Wednesday came out, that's their new favorite series, and they had to go get those big black Wednesday boots or whatever that she wore, and the Wednesday backpack, but you know that they're not clothes people. And
Do you cook?
yeah, I am the one that cooks here, usually for the most part.
Maybe you should make her a really romantic dinner and then like throw her on the table and fuck the shit out of her, because you probably do that every night anyway.
Well, she won't be back till this weekend, but her birthday is Monday. So, yeah, like I said, this is what I'm stuck with, and I'm just not sure what else to do. You know, I mean, it would be real simple just to go down and get her a gift card for something, but you know,
I know, but that's not very meaningful.
that's what I do for everything. You know, because I never know what to get.
Does she like food? Like, is she a big food?
She, not really. She'll eat anything. That's the difference between them two. Parent will eat anything. Heather eats everything. You know.
And she's this fucking big around, little bitch. I used to be like that.
She is really deceiving just from pictures because of how big she is up top. She is tiny. I don't think she's 5 foot. If she's 5 foot, she's lucky.
Because I was thinking about one of those, you know, what do they call them? Those edible bouquets. The fuck do they call them?
Well, flowers is another thing I always go to on, you know, from.
Well, these are like, it's all fruit, but they look like they're flowers, and they dip it in chocolate and all kinds of good shit.
Well, I never thought about something like that.
It's edible arrangements. That's what it's called.
Let me write that down. Let me take a note of it. I wonder where. I'll have to Google that and see if there's somewhere.
Yeah, and see if you have
around
one
here.
that's, because
Buy
they
her a
deliver too.
guitar. Yeah, she doesn't need a guitar. She tries to play, but I've got plenty.
Yeah, those edible arrangements are really good too.
Yeah, somebody else said get her a new gun. Well, you know, I don't. We don't collect. We use everything. You know, I wouldn't suggest that for anybody unless you're a collector, just to keep it. You know, don't go throwing yourself off. You know, keep everything the same. So. But yeah, like I said, you know, yeah, I'm not just, I'm gonna go get her something and her expect that she has to carry it or something, and then, you know, have to retrain on something. Keep it all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go buy myself a new one, you know. So yeah, I figured there's like mostly girls on here, so maybe somebody would have a idea that I haven't thought of.
I was trying to think of.
Yeah, Bobby just said parties. And she's not a party person either, you know. So inviting, you know, friends over or something
Yeah.
that wouldn't be something that she would be into. But see, now what Heather wanted for her birthday is she just wanted to go out and sing. So I just called a
Right.
friend that owned a club, and that's where we went.
Well, what does the other one do for, like, what's her favorite pastime? What does she do?
Which one?
The one that the birthday's coming up.
Parent? She
Yeah.
reads.
She reads.
She will sit at that laptop and she just reads everybody else's research. You know, she kind of works 24/7. You know, even that's her fun.
Hmm. Hmm. Kai said buy her a mini horse. No.
Yeah, no. We kind of have those already.
Can I have those already?
Yeah,
Can,
we got 3 Saint Bernards.
oh, that's right. They got slobbering mini horses.
Yeah.
Good night, Justine.
And I wasn't gonna do the, you know, like ripping on her gift, you know, like get her a new vacuum or frying pan just to, you know, maybe she'll get the hint. I didn't want to do that.
Well, no, you might wear it. Um,
Waffle iron, yeah, we got one. Yeah, no, I'm the one that does most of the cooking, so yeah, nothing like that.
hmm.
So
And
everybody else is
what,
stumped
you
too.
said she's going to be 34,
6,
39,
36.
36. She'd be pissed if she found out we were making her older. Sometimes you can get cool ideas.
I was hoping something I'd hear back from somebody that she didn't know that I submitted this. But about a month ago, I had heard that they're doing a new documentary film on the band ABBA,
Oh, yeah.
and she looks just like Agnetha. So I
Huh.
took her picture and I sent it in, and I was hoping I would, because she can sing too. And
Oh,
I was hoping I could give her that, you know, that I got her an interview, you know, to read for that part. But that's not going as fast as I thought it would.
hmm. I was trying to find cool ideas, but shit, even Google sucks.
I googled it too, and you know, I'm just stuck. You know, even even like for Christmas and that, you know, this that's Heather struggles a little bit. So like, you know, for Christmas, we paid off her bills, you know, and then we all told each other we weren't going to spend more than $100 a piece on each other, you know, but you know, that got to be difficult too, you know. The dog's got more gifts than anything, you know.
Maybe Bobby's got an idea. Maybe take her to like a little Airbnb for a weekend or something for the night, or
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't do.
you wouldn't want to do it.
I'm against those places. I'm against anything that's app related like that. The delivery places, Ubers, things like I'm against all that.
Yes, I have lied about my age for so long. I don't remember how old I am. So it's not my business. If you forget about how old you are, then it's not your business. Don't fucking worry about it.
We're actually working on a new video right now. But that's not really, you know, like a gift for them. It's not going to be done either. But the girls redid the song Rio,
Oh,
and we're redoing the video on Perrin's boat. So we got some of it shot. I got some of it put together. So now we're taking notes on what we got to fix.
huh.
But that was something that they wanted to do.
Sugar Britches says, do it for her. It's her birthday, not yours. Sugar Britches.
If that's something she wants to do, she can go do that. You know, I wouldn't do that.
You could just do a hotel. Take her somewhere cool and nice. Get her a stripper. Fuck it. Or just strip for her.
Yeah, she gets that enough. I mean, that's one place we go. You know, a couple times a month. We go get the buffet down at the Booby Bar.
Well, dang. I have looked high and low here. I don't see. Handcuffs. Get her handcuffs. I'm sure she already has those.
I was just gonna say, what makes you think she doesn't have some?
Well, I mean, maybe you should get her like.
I thought maybe somebody would have gotten something that they thought was cool. They never would have thought they would have liked.
Fucking Bobby. Well, if nothing else, she'd be amazed. Fucking Missy. She said this sounds like a toxic relationship against all fun.
We have all kinds of fun. But this is no fun. I'm not a birthday person either. I would be more than happy if everybody forgot about mine. I don't have a problem with telling anybody how old I am or nothing, but I'm just not a party person like that. Or I'm not good with gifts. I'm happy if nobody got me anything. You know, but I know girls usually like that stuff, but I'm just stuck on what? What do you get for somebody that doesn't need anything?
Well, I think she's gonna get an edible arrangement.
I'll look into that. I've never seen nothing like that, but then again, I wasn't looking, so I don't know.
They actually, I
Is this
kind
something they
of
have at
made one
Walmart or
once.
something?
No, it's at a place. The company's called Edible Arrangements. So, if you Google it, you'll find if there's one close to you, which I'm sure there is. But they do some really cool work where they, cut out these pieces of fruit, make them look like the flower, and then stick them in a bouquet. I mean, it comes in a big bouquet depending on what size you get. And it's really cool. Like, oh, super cool and really good fruit. They always make sure their fruit's good. It's not like you're going to get shit that's hard or, not ripe and then they usually dip it in white chocolate or, milk chocolate or dark chocolate, whatever it is you're wanting. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've never really seen her eat candy.
What's nice about this is that it doesn't have to be dipped in chocolate. You can dip like a few of them in chocolate. The rest of them can be just in regular, fruit or whatever. And you can get small ones or big ones, they're pretty cool.
Mishka says it comes with chocolate sauce. So is it separate?
No, ours wasn't. Ours, it was all done. They dipped it and it was all in the arrangement. I got one for my granddaughter once. Black crew. Yeah, I really liked them. I thought they were good. Rick took the night off. Did you guys realize that his website shut down too?
Really? Did he get in trouble again?
Oh, fucking something to do with that GoDaddy outfit. And he had to go through another outfit to get his website. And I mean, it cost him, a chunk of money.
Well, you have to pay yearly to get. It's basically a link.
Yep. But it cost him quite a bit because he literally had to change it over to another outfit.
GoDaddy only supplies the link, for the name.
Yeah, I don't know.
It might be whoever's hosting the website.
No, he said GoDaddy. He said they fucked him, and so he had to go through somebody else.
It's called a domain name, and it's possible he didn't pay it on time, and they sold it to somebody else.
He paid it. They're fucking with him big time. I mean, he's gotten a strike on his horse channel, for fuck's sake.
I've never looked at that. I don't know what that's about. You know what I remember a couple months ago, Donut was saying he got to see some of the whatever the unwritten rules that they have, and one of them was like in the first 30 seconds, if you say the word gun, they start to go after you right then.
Yeah. Within the first 2 minutes, I believe there's like
Is it 2 minutes?
certain things you should not say.
And he says that in the first 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Very true. He should say G peeps or something.
I really did back in the first day when I first found his site. I thought he was saying dumb. I thought he was saying, hey, dumb people.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure, Shitter. I mean, it'd take Rick to explain it, but it sounds like he's getting it back up and going, but it's been a pain in the ass. He says, hey, gum people.
He does say that sometimes.
No, he only owns, well, he does. He owns Think Like a Cop and Think Like a Dog and Think Like a Horse. I think. Fuck if I know. I don't know. But what a pisser. I mean, they just keep fucking him over and over and over at every avenue. It's one thing if you're little old me and you don't have that many subs and they fuck you. Even if they yanked the whole channel, I'd be bummed. But I could start another channel. People could find me. But I mean, he's been, when you're used to getting money from something for a certain amount of years and then all of a sudden that's just yanked out from underneath you, it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. I don't think this should be a job.
Well, it's not necessarily his job. I mean, he has retirement, so it's not that,
right.
But you still depend on when you get, I don't care where the money comes from, when you have consistent money that comes in and it makes your life just a little bit easier, when that's taken, it kind of fucks with you a bit.
Yeah, see, that gets because it didn't start like that. Like, just like you don't get it right now. And
yeah,
you're not,
exactly.
and right now you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
Even next week, you're not expecting it.
No.
So that's why I say that this shouldn't be something that somebody counts on for a living, or even maybe half of their income or something. This just isn't a job.
No, and he doesn't. It's basically like extra money for him. But when you don't have that extra money anymore, it means it's going to eat into your budget that you were using for your bills or whatever that you now have to use for, your fund money or whatever. So it definitely eats into people. And I mean, that's the reason, I know that's why CommieTube does their bullshit, is because they can. And, what a better way to stir more shit.
See, now, when they're giving them a hard time, when they're giving them a strike or something, are they telling you why? Are they telling you what you did?
Not always. They didn't on his horse channel. I don't know. Which one didn't they tell it on? Sugar Britches knows.
Because I was watching Demolition Ranch. It was like a couple weeks ago, and something about the suppressor that he was making a video on. But he's got millions of viewers, and when he said he complained and asked why, they told him why, and not only told him why, he's like, but this is no different than doing this. He goes, you guys are having a problem with me screwing it onto the gun, but you're not having a problem with me showing the gun with it on and even shooting the gun with it on there. And he's like, well, and they said, like, pretty much, yeah, okay, you're right. And they changed that for him. things like that aren't right either.
Mm-mm. Well, Flight Crew, I do kind of have to agree. It takes treating it like a job to make good money on it sometimes. Plus, the people invested time and money before they started getting screwed with. I agree. Um, I mean, if you don't treat it somewhat, you have to be consistent, and there's certain things that criteria that you really do have to follow through with, or you're not going to get anywhere, in the sense of you're not going to be able to get. For me, it ain't so much about, I could care less if I ever make money or anything like that off of it. For me, it was just a place for all of us to be able to gather. So, and having the right frame people, that I'm more concerned about, that having the right minded people here, in the
Wait,
sense
wait, wait a minute though. You don't make videos and post them. All of yours is live.
exactly.
So I didn't think there was a way for you to actually get monetized. Is that right?
Well, there is, but I have to be able to. The biggest thing is I'd have to do more lives to get the amount of hours that I need in a year's time. So right now, the way I do the lives, the way they're structured on how many hours I do, it may, until I get 1,000 or 500 subs, then I can be monetized. Once I get to 500 subs, I can be monetized on some things. Now, then once I get to 1,000 subs, you're monetized on more. So
go on.
So it just takes they have lowered things. I know you're all are in the chat are saying 1,000 hours, but they actually lowered it to 500. But it's you don't get the same access that you would get if you had the 1,000 hours. So it's just a matter of, there's certain criteria that you have to fall under, and that's doing so many hours, and then having so many subs, and there's something else. I don't remember what the other thing is.
Oh, okay. So now, like, after the live is done and you leave the video up, does that count as the same as if you would have made a video and then posted it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually glad they did this, because I hate when a live shows up, because I don't watch many. And I'm glad now they made a different category, like when you're at the main page where it's got videos and then another couple
Live.
over from his live.
Right.
So I'm actually glad that they separated that. But I didn't know if they counted it afterwards, after the live, as
They
a
do.
regular video.
They do. They'll count the hours that you get on it. So, how many times people look at it. So that goes towards how many hours you view. But see, my problem is I don't have enough subs to do to make up that many hours for people. If I had more subs, then more people would watch it. So now I'm going to pull up what it says about the 500 hours, because y'all keep saying 1,000, but
Are they
are
inserting advertisements into your videos?
Not yet. No, once I'm monetized, they will.
All right, yeah, because I'd say that would be shitty too if they were doing it and not giving you nothing for it.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
But then again, I block all of them. I don't ever see any kind of advertisement on YouTube. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, I have to say that I'm really bad about running through running past the advertisements and shit. It's just a pain in the ass to me. So I hate the advertisements. But I mean, if I got monetized, yeah, I'm sure they'd be there. You get paid more. The person that's, has the video or whatever, they get paid more the more you watch the advertisements. But I have to say that I usually skip over them.
Let me ask you this too. Do you think everybody gets punished the same way? I mean,
hell no.
Let's say between you and Rick is monetized, but you're not. Do they treat him different than you? So if you did back-to-back videos,
they watch
the
his
same
channel.
Content. They'd punish him before they'd punish you. They'd let you slide by.
Probably.
You think?
Probably, because I don't have. See, a lot of times it's who's turning. A lot of times it's somebody turning you in. It's not even YouTube. I mean, they do have YouTube and bots that are watching, but a lot of times it's because somebody turns you in. Like I know the one that we got the strike for. I know somebody turned us in on that.
Yeah,
but I mean,
there's absolutely no way YouTube can watch everything. Yeah, it's got to be somebody turning you in.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all here, so that you can all tell me how right I am. Share screen. Okay. Come on, why don't you come on? Some bitch. I have to go back and do it again. I hate it when it does that. Okay. Right here. See where it says eligibility 500. And you have to have 3 videos uploaded. And you have to do one of the following. You either have to have 3,000 hours in a year, or you have to have 3 million views on shorts. So
see, I hate those shorts.
That's what I'm saying.
I would never watch one of those either. I like the longer videos myself. I don't like the ones that are only 5 or 10
so that is. So this is so that you can get supers and shopping. So in other words, you can say, yeah, here's a link to my, what I'm showing you that I used and it worked really great on Amazon. And if they go through your link, you can make a little bit of money through that shit. Okay. That's what I believe it is. And then supers is people can actually send you super chats. Okay. Then if you come down here, and the bigger you get, then your eligibility changes to 1,000 hours. And that is, you get more other shit. So, and you have to do 4,000, either 4,000 hours of watching or 10 million short views. So, they did ease up a little bit here with this. So Bobby, you're close to it. You only need 500, but you've got to get 3 videos uploaded.
That one line there said 3,000 hours in a year. 3,000 hours in a year is what that one says. Do you know that?
Yeah.
That's a little under 10 hours a day. How can
Yeah.
somebody do that?
So in other words, well, basically you have to put out a lot of content for people to watch. And the more subs you have, the more they're going to watch that content, which is going to raise your hours. So, I mean,
Wait, is that watched hours? So
yes,
if
watch
you
hours.
put one video up and somebody watches it that many times, you can get 3,000 hours out of one video, or do you have to have 3,000 hours
No,
of video?
of
Oh,
3,000
public
hours
watch,
of watched
public watch
videos.
hour. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's no way somebody can spend 10 hours a day for a year to do that.
Right.
But, okay, I see the difference now.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, and like I said, I've never been one to really care about the earning of it. First of all, I ain't never asking anybody for money. So that's never happening ever. And
Yeah, that's one thing that makes me leave right away too.
yeah, you fucking ask me for money and I'm out.
They're making it all about money. Yeah, and that's
yeah,
not right.
and it's not really what I started my channel for, so, or what we started the channel for, so it's just not. It's not what I
There's
want.
nothing wrong with taking this seriously, but it shouldn't be a job. To where you're. I don't think this should be something that should be so difficult for you to do that you have to ask other people for money. If you want to do this, then you do it. You might not have the gear or whatever to do everything right away, but you can still get away with it,
But there are some subs that they sub to certain channels and they want to give their, they want to give it. And so they want to give a lot, like Lester, for instance. Man, I'm telling you what, that dude, they send him a lot of shit.
I can't stand that guy.
But my point to that is,
yes, it sounds like a fruitcake talking about goats all day. I can't.
But my whole point to that is that he doesn't ask for money. They give it to him. I mean, even if he sent it back, I think they'd turn around and send it back to him. I mean, these people and there are people out there that just want to give to other people. Okay, whatever. I get it. But I don't think that this channel is set up that way. So, I think, I
go about it a little different. I offer to help, but I'd never give you money.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that, people, like, I think everybody's in it for their own things. Like, I think when Rick started his, he was never in it to make any money. He was just trying to, he got sick of seeing how people treated horses and went, you stupid fucks. And then he, the whole deal with cops and all of that. And he was like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
So
I remember too, when people were sending him, are they called super chats or whatever?
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't never seen that money before. I don't stop sending me that,
Well, yeah. And he tried really hard to explain to people. And I've told him, okay, well, those people are going to send it to you and YouTube is going to tax it. And then you're going to have to deal with all of that. And of course he did. I mean, long before he knew me, he was having to deal with that shit. But there are other ways that you can, because for me, I'm sorry, I really don't think I want CommieTube to have any of it. I could give two fucks. I don't care that I'm using their platform. Fuck them. They've showed so much animosity towards certain thinking people that
right.
Fuck them.
But
so I don't want to give them.
Like anything else, though, it's like with all the other social media sites and everything. It's like what is it, Twitter or whatever the other ones are. Those things started out as something real simple for people that could find like others that they went to high school with, or and rehook up with them. It was never meant for businesses to run their business off that website. You know,
Yeah.
so over time, I mean, YouTube was made for you to share your videos with friends and family, okay? And it got to be so much where people were trying to run a business off of it, you know, doing commercials and telling people, you can go watch our commercial here. You know, so now they had to separate it. You know, now you're just not your average Joe. Now you're classified as a business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they got different levels. So I understand that they've had to change, you know, and give different categories. But yeah, like I said, you know, you give someone an inch, they'll take a mile. None of this was ever invented to do what it's doing right now.
Right. Right. So it sounds like I need to do some short videos from what Tony is saying. If you do short videos, you're more apt to get more subs because they'll look at those shorter videos, come in and check shit out. And then somebody else, who was it? David, was it you that just said, yeah, anything over 20 minutes won't trigger the algorithm. So once my videos go over 20 minutes, like, you know, my lives, well, it's not even like, I don't know how the one live right after Yank left got 600 views. All of a sudden, YouTube decided they were going to push my shit. And I've looked through all of the analytics and all that shit, tried to decipher it. And it was YouTube pushing my shit.
Okay, let me explain this. Because I hear this from Parent all the time. It is not an algorithm. That's what people want to try and say to make themselves sound smart. Algorithms solve problems. Okay, got a calculator? Ever used a calculator? Shor's algorithm is what is used to solve math problems. Algorithms do nothing but solve problems. Okay? What these websites are doing that you're calling algorithms is data collecting. And then it's using a difference engine to assign levels to that data. It's not an algorithm.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet you're probably right. I'll bet she's exactly right.
It's data collecting.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're putting you in a category with that data. There's no problems being solved. They're just going through data later.
Yeah.
No problems to be solved there. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this: if you get paid from YouTube or any of these sites, do you get a tax form?
I've never.
Well, I mean, you won't, but like, you know, I mean, is it like any other kind of income? Is it over a certain amount? Because like eBay at the beginning, you didn't have to pay taxes on nothing, but after it got to be so big, and that again, that was made for you to sell your old lawnmower or something, you know. Now people are running their business out of it, and then they had to change that, and now people get, you know, tax forms.
Well, I believe it's anything over $600 a year, or six. I'm sorry, anything over $6,000 a year, you have to claim. I think.
Yeah, I mean, almost what they need to do is just have everybody unsubscribe from everything. And then that'll put a hurting on them. Because then they don't have nothing to track.
Yeah,
Did that make sense? Even if it's just for a day, everybody unsubscribe from everything. You know, that's almost the same as saying everybody. What are they going to do if nobody pays taxes? They can't go after everybody.
Fly Crew said Google provides the 1099. Yeah, anything over 600. It is 600. Okay.
So then if it's going to be a 1099, then wouldn't that mean that you would have to have a business license? Because
No.
there would have to be a social security number or business ID number attached to that.
Yeah, you can just do your social security number. I don't believe you have to have a business license.
Well, you're not using your real name on this, are you?
Well, on
you understand where I'm going with this?
mm-hmm.
Or even a DBA.
I'm trying to think of how I did it when I did this one.
Because it has to have a legit name, and if it's not a business, it would have to have a social security number attached to that name, so they can tax you on it.
Yeah. So Bobby said yeah. So I did. I had to use, as I sit here and think about it, I did, and I had. This was kind of an issue.
Are they making you like an employee? Is that it? So when they go to send you checks, do you have to be made an employee, even though you're not being hired, or is it more like you're a contractor?
You're a contractor because you're getting a 1099, so you're a contractor. Shitter said we're overcomplicating it. Yeah, I think as I look back at it, I know that I had to put my information in there, which was something that, was a question for me and Yank as to how we would deal with that if we did make money, because it was going to be my social security number or my information was put forth for this. So, because I set it all up.
To where when it was both of you, you would be it would actually go on your taxes as your income.
Right. Which is it was probably part of what made Yank decide not to be here is, if we ever get to that spot where we are there, it was going to make it very complicated because we were going to have to put his name. We probably would have had to done
a DBA
things around where it was both of us.
Either at or when we're dealing with local bands and that, and they make enough that they have to pay taxes on it. It's usually just one band member that has it put in their name, and they're just okay with it. But everybody still has to chip in and pay the taxes on it. Say there's 4 guys in a band, and let's just say they got to pay $1,000 in tax.
It's still going to go under one guy's name, though.
One guy, but yeah, he's still getting $250 from the other 3 guys.
Yeah,
to take care of that. One guy isn't eating all of it. To where if you would have done it as a DBA, doing business as, then you both your names could have been put on that, or even an LLC, a limited liability. So if you did it that way, then someone couldn't come after you personally. Yeah. They could, whatever there was in the business account, that's all they could get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is best to have a business to protect you and handle the money and taxes. I agree. It definitely is. But as I said, when we started this channel, it was only for fun. It was never...
Right.
I mean, I still don't intend to really make money off of it. Basically, it's me to get, people to come here that bounce ideas off each other. And, I mean, it's not... it was never put for money, so... You can get a
Yeah,
tat.
just for fun. And that is what. Well, not I wouldn't say that's what this was invented for, because in the beginning it wasn't for anything live. It was just for you to share your home videos with friends and family, and then people started to wanted to go live, so they eventually added that in,
Yeah.
and then that added a whole different set of rules, like you can make a video with a gun, but you can't have it in a live, and they
Right.
have their reasons for that, but they need to be sharing all those reasons. But I guess I look at things from the big picture from both sides. I understand that if they did share all of that, there's somebody out there that's going to come up with a way to get around it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, definitely. Crazy, 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 crazy. She don't even think we've talked about half the stuff I wrote down. We got off on 50 different subjects. Like Florida. Did you guys hear about that shit that happened in Florida with the 3 people and the dog in the cistern?
They walked into a bar.
Well, the dog, it was like 2:00 in the morning or something. The dog fell into the cistern, and then another person went in after it, and
the
then
3 people that died trying to save the dog.
right.
That
Well,
one?
then one person went in after it, and then 2 more people showed up, a man and a woman, and they believe, and they took off their clothes and went in, and they all 3 died, plus the dog died, and it was basically because of the gases within the cistern.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I just saw the headline: 3 people died trying to save a dog.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Florida either.
It was Florida. I think it was Florida, wasn't it? Was I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong on that. And then, one of my subs sent this to me. I think it was Kathleen. And it's on the Utah and Oregon they are putting regulations. They're putting trackers, GPS trackers on electric vehicles in lieu of registration fees so that they can charge by the mile. So they can charge taxes by the mile. And of course, track every place you go, because now you got a GPS on you.
Why would they have to add one? I mean, that's built into those cars. That car,
Hell if I...
like Tesla knows everywhere you go. You can't turn that off. They know how fast you go, where you're going. They know everything. There might not be somebody looking at the screen the whole time, but that's how that car is connected to Tesla 24/7. They can listen to anything you're talking to. They can see those cameras. Yeah. Those cars have 360-degree cameras.
I'm not getting in an EV. There ain't enough fucking money in the world to get me in one. I fucking refuse. Thank you. I'll go old school.
Did you just see the guy? He was in Canada, bought the new Ford F-150 electric, and he was coming down here to the States. Couldn't find nowhere to charge it or what. He had to rent a car. He had to leave his new truck behind and rent the vehicle, to go finish his trip. We don't have an infrastructure that can handle this.
No.
And especially up in Canada, it gets colder than it does here. That takes the battery life down. They tell you flat out, right from the factory, don't charge that battery more than 50% unless you absolutely have to. So that cuts you down in half right there on your range. It's only good if you live in it's not even good if you just live in a city. But it's only good for going less than, like maybe 50 miles away from home. But even if people that do, take like New York, whatever, most people live in apartments, or high rises and that, they live 30 floors up. Where are you going to plug that thing in? A lot of people they have to park on the street. People wait till they go to take it to work and plug it in at work or something, and then they tell you to only charge it at night. If you're going to run the heat or the air conditioner, that takes it down big time. So, and then everybody thinks that the electricity is free, and it's not. Somewhere there's a nuclear plant that they're burning diesel or coal or something to make that electricity. It's not. It's not as cheap as people think. Think about it like drugs. They were giving you the electric for free for a while. Now they're starting to charge you, and now it's costing almost as much as gas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Now,
but here in Oregon, we got to start pumping our gas again. I pumped my gas for the first time in Oregon in 30 years.
You guys were like New Jersey? They
we can't pump. We couldn't pump our own gas before. We had gas attendants.
Maybe it was just you. Maybe they saw you coming.
They changed the whole fucking law.
I remember back when I was a kid, when because way back in the day, all gas stations pumped your gas for you. They'd pump your gas, clean your windows, check the air in your tire and everything. But there was I remember there was a lot of people lost and couldn't figure out how to pump their own gas. All right.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen this? You ever seen somebody pull up to the gas pump, get out, and realize they're on the wrong side? They get back in their car, they do kind of a U-turn, and they pull around to the other side and get out, and it's still on the wrong side.
Yeah, fucking.
And they lose their mind. They can't.
They don't deserve to drive.
I don't know how. I see that almost every time. We got a lot of idiots around here.
Oh yeah.
But I laugh my ass off at that every time. They can't figure out how they pulled to the other side and it's still on the wrong side.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that after living here for so many years and having my gas pumped, and I hadn't really left Oregon for quite a few years while the kids were growing up. And, they were kind of teenagers at that point. And so there was quite a few years I had not left. And I just had my gas pumped all the time. And we went out of state. And I got out, not thinking anything, going to pump my gas. And then it was like, oh, fuck. Where do I start? What do I do here?
There's no app for that.
Yeah. Well, because somebody had been doing it. It enables you.
I always thought the reason that they did that, or the reason that they started letting people pump their own gas, was to actually get them out of the car. So let me ask you this. When you always had your gas pumped for you, did you always stay in the car?
Always.
See, you're not going inside and shopping and buying nothing. But if you get out of the car already, then maybe you got to go in and pay. Now you're going to see something you might want. You might want something to drink. Something, something like that.
No, but now, see, most of them, the card, it's right there at the pump. They just pay right there.
I know a lot of people do that, but a lot of people still go in and pay too.
You can't at most of them. Most of them, you have to pay with your card. You can't.
I don't even have a credit card. I don't use them. I pay cash for everything, and I don't know of one around now. After hours, like Walmart or Meijer or something, their gas stations out front, after they close, then they're actually still open. You can get gas. You just have to use a card. But that's kind of their way of being open 24/7 without having to have somebody there. Oh man, the Walmart over here, I always go there because that's like the closest. But they've always got signs on the windows saying we'll be closing at 6 o'clock tonight because of lack of help, or something like that. Somebody called off, or whatever. They can't get anybody to work.
Yeah, well, I have to say that nothing pisses me off more than every time I go to the gas station, I have to sit in a line with like 50 fucking cars waiting to get gas. It was a little quicker when I went and got gas the other day. I mean, because everybody's pumping their own gas. They're not waiting on somebody to come take the fucking gas pump out of your car so you can leave.
See, no, I think that would be opposite. If they've got somebody standing there at every pump working it for you,
but they don't.
You get in and out right away. They
don't. They have one gas attendant for like 6 pumps. So he's constantly shuffling, trying to keep all of the pumps in and out of the cars. And, I mean, each one of them, you got to go over, you got to put in their reward number. You got to fucking, answer all these questions and fucking give them, I don't know, some kind of code bullshit. And then pump their gas, put it in, and then you walk away and go to the next guy. Well, yours is done pumped by the time he gets back around from the other 5 cars he just dealt with.
Yeah, see, I kind of see it different that, if you pull up to the gas station, you got to pump your own. A lot of people will get that going. Then they'll go inside, they'll use the bathroom, whatever. It's done, shut off. And you're still waiting, 10 minutes on them to come out. I guess there's good and bad to both. But you would think if they got people waiting in line, down the street, they'd have more people, pumping gas, getting them in and out.
But that's the same thing. That's like saying when COVID started that they weren't going to have the all the fucking doors locked at Fred Meyer's. And they still do that shit where they'll lock all but one door at Fred Meyer's. Well, it's 9:00 at night. Well, great. But if there's a fire and I run there's a fire and I run to the door that I normally would run to get the fuck out of there. And I can't, I have to run all the way back to the other end of the fucking store because you cocksuckers decided to lock the doors after I came in. I mean, it makes no sense to do that kind of shit, but it don't matter. They're still going to do it. The same way with gas attendants. They don't give a shit. There could be a line clear out down the road and they don't care. You fucking just wait. If you want gas, you'll wait.
Yeah. Well, that's happening now too with electric vehicles. If you got a regular gas car, you can just turn it off, and sit in line and wait or whatever. But electric vehicles, a lot of them are running those things down, and they're running out of electric, waiting in line to get charged up. So, I mean, in a way, they're just as bad. The only thing is, you're waiting half hour, 45 minutes, hour, maybe longer to charge your car.
Oh yeah, longer.
To where I can pull up, I can get gas in 10 minutes and be gone.
Yeah, those fucking electric cars are that's the biggest hoax I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe people are buying that shit and are going for it. That's just the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. I mean, it takes an hour to charge the fucking phone. What the hell makes you think you're going to be able to charge your car in an hour and go for the whole day?
Yeah.
Or go on a trip.
And we're just starting to get into the bigger part of the waste problem that it's causing, because there's no real way to recycle that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those batteries, you know, they had everybody fooled, or a lot of people fooled back when they were new, because even when they were new, there was a lot of people that were skeptical, you know, about buying a Tesla. But now it's all catching up, because you got to dispose of this, you know, and even the ones that are catching on fire, you can't put that out. You just got to let it burn.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, I ain't getting in one. I'll walk first. Fuck that.
You know,
I'm not
no,
getting an electric
I'm
vehicle.
not. I don't have really a big problem with the hybrids. Heather drives one. She likes her Prius, you know, but she just had to have the battery replaced not too long ago. But you know, she's getting like over 60 miles a gallon now, because all that little engine does is all it has to do is charge the battery.
Marvin
And
can get like 52 miles a gallon when he had his Geo. A 91 Geo. It got better
Yeah.
gas mileage than motorcycles.
Yeah, and even though they got hammered for it, but that Volkswagen diesel, that thing was getting over 50 miles a gallon, and that was proven on every one of them. But you know, they changed the emissions laws and they nailed them with it. But I think risk versus reward on that thing was getting over 50 miles a gallon. Leave it alone. It wasn't causing enough, damage, with the emissions compared to what it was getting in mileage.
Yeah. Oh, there was a guy the other day we drove by, and this guy had a Geo and he was working on it, and you could tell he just got it. I have to say, he looked like he probably came straight out of a Venezuela prison, but he had gold teeth and tattoos from head to toe, and he was a bit scary. But anyways, it was quite funny because Marvin stopped and said, well, Marvin made me stop. I was driving, and he's like, right on, you got a Geo, good for you, you'll have it forever. And the guy's like, yeah, I just got a couple things, do you have any ideas about this, that, and the other thing? And Marvin tells him, and then Marvin's like, do you need parts? And he's like, I need tires. And Marvin's like, I don't got tires for you. But he goes, that they're different size. So, but anyways, yeah, we have to. I mean, we're driving down the street. He makes me stop right in the middle of the fucking street to talk to this dude. Crazy. But I mean, he still has a hard time not having a Geo. It's killing him.
That little 3-cylinder.
Yep,
Geo.
he loved it. He loved it. Him and Matthew both had one, and then Matthew's got wrecked. Some bus pulled out in front of him. And then Marvin's was broke down and was basically on its last leg. So Marvin took the engine out of Matthew's and put it in his, and then he drove it for another, 3 years before he finally let it go. I couldn't believe it. It was so funny. I have a picture of him watching it drive away or be towed away. It was funnier now. So, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I like my bigger vehicles, but I had just gotten rid of my cars because way back in 92, just I bought my first new car, and I got a 93 Corvette, and every 10 years since then, because the threes are the anniversary cars, 93, 2003, 2013. I had 3 matching anniversary cars, and I wasn't going to get one this year, so I just decided to sell all 3 of them as a matching set. And I got more out of them as a matching set than I paid for them. But I don't drive nothing but a bigger truck now. Both of mine are F-450s. I mean, I kept the old one because it wasn't worth getting rid of.
Well, I want one bigger than that. I want an RV still, and I ain't stopping until I get one. But that's for another day.
My truck's still bigger than that. Most RVs on a chassis frame like that, they're 350s.
Oh no, I want a Class A. It's big.
Yeah, but weren't you asking about a 6-liter?
Before.
I
Yeah.
actually emailed you and told you, call me. I'll tell you what I had plenty. I'll tell you everything you need to know about that thing.
Yeah. Well, I kind of did more research on it, and I mean, Marvin does like them, but we've already decided that they're too small. It's going to be too small for what we want, so we just need a bigger RV. So, I mean,
let me give you this to think about, because this is going to be no matter what engine you get. If you're getting an RV that has like the van front or whatever,
the what?
The where the front end, the cab is like a van. Is that what you're looking at?
No, we're looking at a Class A, the big ones, the big diesel pushers.
Oh, you're not going to get a 6-liter in a pusher.
No.
But what I was getting at, if you ever think about this, the only reason that 6-liter is in that van is because it's the only one that'll fit. The new 6.7 won't fit in there. The 6.4 wouldn't fit under that hood and all that. But if you ever have to work on that thing with that van, typically with the truck or the van front end, to work on that engine, the cab comes off to work on that engine. And you can't do that on the RVs.
Right.
That's the biggest problem. The engine has problems itself, but it's not a bad engine. What makes that engine, people complain about it so much, is the stupid ass kids that put programmers on it and try to get all this power out of it, and it can't handle that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a bad engine at all. You just gotta do the couple fixes to it right away. You know, the 6.4s were the same way. The 6.7's a little different now. But yeah, you're not going to get a 6-liter in a pusher. You're gonna
Bobby's
have a cat.
talking about the Triton. I wasn't impressed with the Triton, Bobby.
The Tritons blow spark plugs out of them.
I wasn't impressed with it. I didn't like when we took it up the grade. It just
Gas engines don't have enough.
I felt like it didn't have the oomph that I needed it to have. And we weren't even towing a toad. So if we would have been towing a rig and that, I have a feeling it would have definitely lugged it down a hell of a lot more. So I'm not impressed with the Triton at all. But
I'm not really a fan of that one either. But yeah, I mean, if you can find a used one that's got a cat in it, that you're not going to go wrong there. Or cat, or like a Mercedes 906.
Yeah.
Those things are. That Mercedes is a great engine.
Mm-hmm. I would love it.
I'm not a Cummins fan, but
I would take one. But I mean, you know, it's all got to be with the right rig. I mean, there's so many variables when you're talking about an RV. First, you're talking about the chassis, and then you're talking about what's on top of it. And it's just a fucking big rope show. And oh my God, there's just a lot to it. I mean,
I've spent most of my last 30 years living on tour buses.
Oh yeah,
and I'm telling you, cat is the way to go.
Cat, yeah, we've looked at quite a few. I know that I want the years between 2000 and 2008. I already know that. Not only do we not have to worry about death then, but we also don't have to worry about, they're just well made. They were made better. Everything that I've seen after that seems to be a huge problem. And I really don't want it much older than a 2000. So, yeah. Don't get Gigi an RV, Marv. Make her work for it by making you homemade food and back and foot rubs. He already gets all that shit. And I had a full-time job for 25 years and raised 3 kids. So suck my dick, Tony. I'm having an RV.
Have you looked at old retired tour buses?
We have. The problem is they're not
because
quite
like a Prevo, that's the way to go. A Prevo with
Oh,
a cat,
God, I
that is the
know.
way to go.
I wished I could have a Prevo. They're so
But-
fucking expensive, though.
Yeah, but it's still worth it in the long run. But there's 2 different kinds on the tour buses. One is for usually the actual star, and then you got the crew bus, where it's nothing but bunks. You know, it's got like 20 bunks in it. You know, but and it doesn't have the big room in the back. You know, to where the regular what most people think of as a tour bus. You know, it has the big bedroom in the back, but it has everything. And
Yeah, I would love to have a Prevo. Oh, fuck, they're so nice.
every tour I've ever been on too, we never tore them up or nothing. We took care of them. It had a oven, stove, or whatever. And we never used that. We used the microwave. You know, the fridge got used the most.
Yeah, and I mean, I plan to be outdoors a lot. I'm kind of, we plan to hike and we plan to be, I mean, when we rented the RV that we rented, we never cooked in it at all. I didn't cook and I didn't warm shit up in it. I never turned on I just soon it didn't have propane in it.
You're a little different though. You're using it for camping. We were living in it. And in parking lots, we couldn't make a fire, to cook out or nothing. But I'm telling you, between the cat for power, and then the Jenny that will be in it, that can power that thing 24/7 as long as you keep fuel in it.
Yeah.
And then the switch box for shore power. Ours had a tail on it, just had 5 bare wires, and you can connect it to if you only had access to 110, you just connect your one hot, neutral, and ground, and it'll figure it out. If you only got 220, you connect 2 hots, neutral, and ground, or if you have 3-phase, you connect all 5 lines, and it figures it out. It'll run on anything.
Yeah, I mean, I've been keeping my eyes peeled, but they're so fucking expensive that trying to find one, I mean, you have to remember that Marvin invented the copper wire from stretching a penny. So, I have to make sure what I find is adequate, that it doesn't give him a sticker shock and, he falls over from a heart attack on the floor, because I have a feeling the only way I'm getting an RV is I just go buy it and then I bring it home and go, there it is. Look, it's in the yard. Aren't you excited?
Well, I would go look at an actual rental company that supplies tour buses for bands and that. Don't buy it from an individual. Okay. The ones that, like, we would go rent, if I was going on tour tomorrow and we would have to rent some. Okay, I guess it's no different than like U-Haul or anybody else. They take care of those things because they know if it breaks down, they have to come and get you.
Yeah.
And they have to give us another one. And they have to, like the U-Haul. If your U-Haul truck broke down while you're moving, they're going to show up with another truck. They're going to show up with people. They're going to move all your stuff from one truck to the other, and they're going to give you keys to send you on your way, and then they have to deal with the one that broke down. They don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So they take care of those vehicles.
Yeah. And I mean, mostly I've noticed that anybody that has a Prevo, they pretty much, they know they have a gem. So they usually take fairly, I've seen a couple that are trash, but for the
Yeah,
most
but
part, they are in good shape.
looks on the outside is nothing compared to underneath.
Right.
You know.
Right. And it doesn't matter what I buy, I will have it inspected. I'm not stupid. So yeah, it will be inspected. And I know that doesn't cure everything, but it does give you a better idea of, it's easier to read the book, especially if it's in another language. And trust me, I'm pretty sure that all that shit's going to be in another language to me just by looking at it. So just having somebody else look it over will definitely be worth it. Hi, Bubby. You come on, just as I'm thinking about, I have to shut this bitch down.
Well, I told you I'd hop on before it's over. I came down to the docks to get spanked by Amanda, but we just got the boot by the police. They're like, you can't be down here right now. There's a storm rolling in, and we're by the water, and they kick us out.
Oh man, the weather.
Well,
why am I paying taxes? This is my dock, bitch.
It's for your own good, Bobby. Don't you know it's a government and they're there to help?
Fucking bullshit. They never used to bother us here. We park here and watch the sunrise.
Man, I'm starting to not believe a lot of the weather that I'm hearing about because we don't have that here. It was like 74.
We had a hell of a storm the other night.
Last night, it got down to 55.
We've had a nice break from the heat. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no. It's hot as fuck here.
Last year, we never hit 100 last year. We haven't hit 100 this year. We haven't hit 95 this year.
Oh, shit. Where you at? I'm going to park my RV there.
I'm basically right out the next town west of Indianapolis. Right here. Here, this is my weather. It's 64 right now. Supposed to be 56 tonight. Tomorrow, high of 79. 83 Saturday. That's supposed to be the hottest it's gonna get this week.
Yeah, we got a nice little break up here.
It's 8 o'clock here, and it's 100 degrees.
Really, it's 11 here, and it's 64.
It's 100 degrees over there.
Yep.
That's some fucking Hawaiians putting all that pineapple pizza together on that volcano.
I'm just fucking ducking lasers, that's all.
Well, I want to give a shout out to all the new people. We're a crazy bunch here. Welcome to the circus. We are your monkeys, your clowns. We just hang out. It's a virtual pub. Thank you for coming on down.
What are you driving down the road?
Did somebody put Discord in? Did somebody put Discord in the links?
Yeah, well, I didn't pin the link. You got this link pinned, but it's in there. I'll put it in again.
Okay.
But I came down to see Amanda down by the docks real quick, and then the cops gave us the fucking boot. So now we're going to Dunkin' to chill out.
You're gonna? What are you gonna dunk in her?
She's gonna spank me, apparently.
You dunking something? I heard you.
No, she got a friend Chloe with her. Being good pupils.
You trying to be like me?
No. You're a player, Hal. I can't keep up with that.
When you grow up, you will, right?
When I grow up,
yeah,
maybe.
When you grow up, you'll be like Hal.
Right now, I got to figure out how to get the Vaseline out of the Roomba. So one step at a time.
Out of the what?
The Roomba. Yeah, don't bother me when
dunking nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's what you think.
Hey,
not yet. Hi, darling. How are you?
Violent little. Oh boy, here we go.
Where are you?
What?
What? She just heard the playback, the Vaseline in the Roomba comment. You're not even live right now. You got to catch up. Hit the live button. Oh boy. Hold on. Unbelievable.
So I don't understand what you guys are doing. Do you not understand this is like it's live time? And
We're live.
What do you need a hard hat for to hang out with two chicks?
well, you know, it's fun.
Violence was in the forecast. You got to be ready. Safety first.
Amanda is a bit rough. She's got some thighs on her, so
This might be my last cigarette.
she grabbed a
My
hold
last
of
meal was a taco, so I go out happy.
She's gonna snap his head off with her thighs. He needs a hard hat on when that happens, right?
Something. Oh, did I disappear?
No.
Okay.
Froze.
What are you doing?
I texted Yank to see what's going on. Yank. She said, "What are you doing?" She saw the hard hat. Oh, let me get my
Why
pipe.
are you wearing a hard hat?
I'll show you where I keep my pipe bender.
His pipe bender.
My pipe bender.
Is it Amanda the pipe bender?
No, she's the pipe stretcher. They do stretch. It's gutter talk. You all started this with the spanking bullshit.
Yeah. Let's
Hey,
go to the
let me
Discord
tell you
and
this.
get real.
Get the cordless drill and a feather duster.
Guys, I'm outnumbered here.
It's raining.
We're out in the rain.
Dude, that's like orgy almost, isn't it? How many's there?
No,
Oh.
I
Is
got
it
too
just
many
two?
tools in the back of the van.
Right in the eyeball. I got it right in the eyeball.
Hold on.
We're doing
How do we
this?
do this? Yeah, we do this. I don't know how to swip the cam.
No, yeah, like this.
He's dressed like Beavis there with the Metallica shirt.
Are you gonna twerk?
Woo!
Come on, twerk, Bobby, twerk.
I can't do that shit.
Come on.
No,
You
I
better
need a
be-
little more color.
If you can't twerk, that means you ain't very good in bed, dude.
It depends. I'm not a power bottom. Twerking is shaking your ass. It's a totally different group of muscles. It's a different group of muscles.
Try to cover your head.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
what
dance either.
you've been telling her, huh? Hi, Turpy.
You know what? What?
And this is the Beaks Breaks. Sorry.
You guys can hop back in the car.
No, it's gonna turn into a wet T-shirt, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
I'm wearing a white shirt.
Here,
Woo!
No.
the windbreak.
You're all getting the booby prize tonight.
So
I don't have the light on. I
what
can't
was
hear
fishy
better.
in Florida was the people that died in the cistern. Did you hear about that? This is the
Wearing
breaks.
a white shirt and a black bra.
Hold on. I want to put you on speaker here. I finally got my earpiece to work. Shutting it off.
You got your
Whoa.
ear pierced?
Hello.
That sounds better.
Damn it.
It
Settings.
sounds good.
Audio. Microphone. Oh.
I'm just yelling at them. I'm alive.
Yeah, I can't see that. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
Have fun.
Heyo.
Hi.
I had to put on a raincoat because I'm wearing a white shirt and it's raining out.
So
good, though.
Oh, it was a wet t-shirt contest and you just ruined it.
To the Discord.
Oh shit!
To the Discord. To the Discord.
Yeah, that thread's gonna be monetized. Just so you guys know,
What?
that thread's gonna be monetized. Just so you know.
I'm not doing free.
Threads now, and it's gonna be a pay access. There's a paywall.
We need some better.
I was gonna say I don't think you can get it monetized if we show her chi-chis.
On Discord, I can monetize anything.
Wait, are you pimping me out?
I'm gonna put another thread with me clipping my fingernails.
That's creepy. That's gross.
He's pimping you out. Be careful,
Yeah.
he'll be beating you next week.
Never. Come on.
That's always good time.
Well, I guess it all depends.
It all depends on exactly. Is it really beating if you like it?
That's right. That's right. If there was really no bruises that counted, is it really abuse?
Oh, my Lanta.
Some people pay extra for that.
That's right.
The fingernails, right? I even filed them bitches. Yeah, keep the edges smooth.
Oh god.
Filing your fingernails, Bobby. You ain't working hard enough.
It's better than chewing on them.
Oh my god.
Nah, I got it. I work. It's dirty. I can't do it. The rain's letting up.
It is.
So I got spanked. I hopped on. Yeah.
Look, that's something you can put on one of your shorts. Him
Is
getting
that in
spanked.
that order? You got spanked and hopped on, or like?
In that order. We hopped on. I got spanked, and now I'm gonna go home, eat, and sleep
Now
like a baby.
you're gonna go home and have a cold shower, huh? Oh no, you got that there too.
That's already going on. Yeah, we're pretty efficient around these parts. Got to move quick, you know.
David, she is standing up. Why do you think Bobby likes her so much?
That's not nice.
Where'd you go? Jesus, stop sneaking up on me like that.
Her head holds a perfect can of beer.
I wouldn't do that. That's degrading. Give it a look.
I am a waist level. Try me.
What they tell you?
Party. Yeah, I had a hard hat. I don't have a fucking jock strap. One step at a time. It's only Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday.
See, that's why you need two chicks, so one of them can hold your drink.
Well, it's some fine folk. It was awesome meeting the rest of you guys. I do have to go home, make dinner, and all that shit. I'm working a double tomorrow, so I got to behave. It's 11 o'clock. And the guys at work also watch. So I don't want to get caught when I'm tired tomorrow. They'll be like, nigga, you out at Dunkin' Donuts getting spanked in the rain at 11 o'clock at night. So I don't need that.
Dockin' Donuts.
The big N-word. But I never called SC that. So fuck you, Tony. You big M-word. Toxic male bitch. But much love, you guys. Good to see you.
Thank you for coming on, Bob.
I will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All righty. Well, I've done 3 hours. I'm hoping I haven't eaten up all my StreamYard time so I can go next week. I was only going to do 2 hours. I should have only done 2 hours, but we were visiting and I didn't want to stop. Yes, she is short. Are you there, Hal?
Yeah. How tall is she?
I think she might be like 5 foot.
Oh.
She might be a hair shorter than that. I'm not sure.
I get it.
Anyways, I suppose I'm going to let you go so I can close out this live and be done for the evening.
I'm going to go Google whatever I wrote down, whatever you guys said.
I'm glad you came on and visited. It was good hearing from you.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Hal.
Probably
talk to you later.
Be back next week or something. All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I'm so glad we got to visit. Yeah, of course, we didn't get all of our stuff talked about, but that's okay. One of the biggest things I want to do is make sure that I drop. Can somebody drop Lincoln's channel again, his link again? And then please. And then what did you say? Can we share this stream on our channel? Sure. You bet. Blaze, you can share it. And I will go to your channel and sub on your channel. And I will try to go back through the chat, hopefully before it disappears on me. and look and see if I can sub to people that came here tonight from LC's channel. But I just want to make sure nobody's going to put out his link, LC's link. Sugar Britches, my darling, did you leave? Anyways, and I will also put put LC's link in the description. So I will put it in there as well. Oh, she said, sorry, Sugar Britches. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound so pushy. I didn't know if you were listening. I thought maybe you was doing something. I would, but I'm not a mod because I'm not late and gay like Rakita would say. Oh, well, you didn't come on. But I'm going to make you a mod. I just couldn't find you when I was looking. Matter of fact, let me look here real quick. How did I do that? See, I've already forgot how I did it. Let me go to my channel. Fire them all. I guess I'm going to have to just fucking unmod everybody. There it is. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Yep, I see it. Thank you, Sugar Britches. I want to see if I can get my mods on here. Let me see. Come on, you fucking YouTube. Okay. I forget how to do it. That Seattle flight, this one crazy guy, mid-division. Yeah, that's pretty trippy. I'm sorry, I just happened to see that. Lays and Blade. Okay, whoa. Edit video? No, I want to... What do you mean edit video? I'm not even done. How the fuck am I going to edit it? Where did I go to get my mods? Is it my studio? Customization. Settings. Is it settings? Yeah, I think it's settings. Will it not let me mod until I'm done? No, because LCE modded me last night. Ah! I'm wasting minutes. Well, that's freaking community. Is that where it is? Okay, here it is. Okay, fly crow. Why ain't it giving me it? And fly, why does your... Oh, can I go here and do it? It's not showing up. That pisses me off. How am I going to find you guys? I have to figure this out. Okay, well, I will figure it out one way or the other. I will get to it, I promise. Somehow. Okay, maybe if I go here. Fly. And make him a mod right there. Add as moderator. Got it. Okay, save. Oh, this is much easier. So just hold your phones. Don't leave or I won't be able to give you a mod. Anne's already gone, damn it. Didn't I already add you? Tony? Nope, yeah, okay. I'm forgetting. Okay, well, I think everybody that I can right now. Tony, I modded you. It won't let you put Tony in timeout, but it will for how weird. Well, maybe because he's a moderator. Maybe you have to be like I don't know what the other one's called. It's called a managing moderator. And I didn't make anybody a managing moderator yet. Figure we better see who can handle the job first. Tony is a mod wife because he's an OG. I know. Yeah, I'll probably have to fire the little fucker. Did I get everybody that... Oh, no. Shit, she's already gone. Oh, no, there she is. Oh, I'm sweating like a beast. I can't believe how warm it is. All right. Well, I wasted 10 minutes getting all this shit handled. So, I will mod more of you if I missed anybody, and I may have. But at least I got more of you in there. I'm still looking. Okay. Well, so you guys don't have to sit here and look at me looking stupid. I will let y'all go. I think I've wasted enough of your guys' 3 hours and 18 minutes. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. Thanks for all the new people. Thank you, Elsie, again, for sending everybody my way and just being a really awesome dude. And thanks for you guys being here, because if y'all weren't here, I wouldn't be. So thank you so much, and I will see y'all on the internet, YouTube world, somewhere, ComicTube world, or I will see you next Tuesday. I'm out.